Let's talk about Sheria House. My name is Muthoni. Welcome to episode 8 of Hidden Things for the Bride. Hi bride, I told you I'm gonna help you where I can, and here is a practical step of how Sheria House and legalizing your marriage looks like. The government of Kenya recognizes 5 types of marriages: a civic marriage, a Christian marriage, a Hindu marriage, an Islamic marriage, and a custom or traditional marriage. The 2 common ones at the moment, they are civic marriage and a Christian marriage, and that is what I want us to focus on. By focusing on them, they are also trickled down to 2 Kenyans getting married that are residing here in Kenya, or a Kenyan getting married to a foreigner. For this video, we are going to focus to 2 Kenyans getting married who live or resides here in Kenya. If you need an insight on a Kenyan and a foreigner, kindly let me know on the comments. I'll definitely research and share on that as well. Let's start with the civic marriage. This is the one that takes place at the Attorney General's Registrar office. This is what you need. It's a practical guide. You can write this down. You can note this if you don't have your documents ready. You need a copy of your ID for both spouses, that for both applicants. You need a copy of your birth certificate, both applicants. Make sure that the names on your IDs matches the names on the birth certificate. For example, my name is Jacinta Muthoni. If I had a third name, I could have added there. Jacinta Muthoni and Jacinta and Muthoni Jacinta. In a government setup, those are 2 different people. As long as it's not your surname, it's maybe your names, not adding your parent's name. Make sure that they match. The ones that you have in your birth certificate matches the ones that you have in your ID. Maybe this is the best example. My name is Jacinta. Sometimes people spell my names differently and they say Jacinta. In a government setup, those are 2 different people. So make sure that the names that you have, they match each other. You also need a copy of a colored passport photo for both the applicants. You need a copy of ID for at least 2 witnesses. These are the people witnessing your marriage. And then you're gonna need 600 Kenya shillings for notice for marriage. Are we okay up to there? You then are going to proceed and go to the eCitizen website. This application is only done through one account, either the groom's or the bride. You cannot do both. So you choose an account, either the groom's or the bride. eCitizen, look for notice of marriage. Notice of marriage, and then there is a space that it's written civic marriage. And then you go to application, you fill in the details, upload your documents. Your documents should be in soft copy. And then after the approval of that upload, you're gonna be requested to pay 600 Kenya shillings. That is for notice of marriage. You're going to pay 600 Kenya shillings, and then you're going to wait on to a period of 21 days. This is the period of notice. Basically, the notice is given for anybody who has an obstacle that you should not get married. After the lapse of 21 days, you go back to the eCitizen platform and you apply for an interview. This interview normally happens at Sheria House. And what you're doing at the interview is you're going to verify your documents. So you carry your national ID, your original IDs, and your original birth certificate. After the verification of the documents and seeing that there is no issue, you're supposed to pay 3,300. Let me put a disclaimer. This is as per 2026. Maybe in the future the government might change that figure, but as per now, for a civic marriage, you're supposed to pay 3,300 Kenya shillings. After that, you're booked for a day that you come to either the registrar office or the attorney general's office for the solemnization of your marriage. That is where you go for your vows and signing of your certificate. And now your marriage by this time is legal. Are we okay up to now? Now, second, Christian marriage. It's almost similar to a civic one, but with a few differences. For a Christian marriage, you need copies of ID for both the applicants, copy of birth certificate for both the applicants, colored passport photo for both applicants, and then you need copy of IDs of the witnesses. Ideally, these witnesses are your best couple or your best maid and your best gentleman. And then you're going to need license. It's a copy of license of the marriage minister. Copy of license of the minister, the one who is solemnizing your marriage. This could be your pastor. I want to put a caveat on this one. Before you settle for who is officiating your marriage, make sure that they are registered and they are legally allowed to solemnize to do that. And then you're going to need a serial number of the marriage book. This one you get from church, that is the church office. For some, this process is facilitated by their churches. For some, you're required to do that on your own. So if you need to do that on your own, you're gonna need the marriage book serial number. You get this from the church that it's officiating you, and then you're gonna need 600 Kenya shillings, and then you're going to need a copy of invitation card. This invitation card should be clearly indicating the name of who are getting married, when they are getting married, and where they're getting married. Sawa? And then now you go back to you go again to the eCitizen website, either the groom or the bride's account. Fill in the details. It's gonna just guide you through it. Fill in the details, upload the documents, and then after that is approved, you're going to pay 600 Kenya shillings. A disclaimer, this is by 2026. That is the figure. You pay 600 Kenya shillings, and then you wait along for the lapse of 21 days. That is 21 days of notice. For anybody who is obstructing for your marriage to happen, this is their time to object. After 21 days, you go back to the eCitizen website, and then you apply for an interview. You book an interview. This, you're supposed to show up at Sheria house, both the spouses, with your original ID, your original birth certificate, and then sometimes they will ask you for the invitation card, sometimes they will not. So it's safer just to carry it. After verification of the documents and they have been approved, you're going to pay a figure. This has two options. If your wedding is taking place at a registered place of worship, that is a church, you're going to pay 800 Kenya shillings. If your wedding is taking place at a place that is not a registered place of worship, that could be a garden wedding, a destination wedding, whichever that looks like, a hotel wedding, you're going to pay a figure of 7,200 Kenya shillings. That is by 2026. And then after that, you are given a clearance certificate, which you hand over to the church that is processing your marriage certificate. Are we okay up to now? Now I'm gonna put a few disclaimers. This is for two people who are none of them have been married before. So if you are married before and you have divorced, you're gonna need to attach a divorce decree, a copy on that. None of you, if you had been married and then your spouse died, you're needing to attach a death certificate copy there, or an affidavit. So, and then disclaimer number 2, there is a time frame. This is where I think a few of us, or most of us, get to miss. There is a time frame of around 3 months. That is 90 days. Between the day of application or submission of the notice, that is considered day 1. you have 90 days in which you should have solemnized your marriage. Make sure that it's not interfering with your wedding. That is, the time frame, it's too small or it's too much. For example, if tomorrow it's 1st of April, for 3 months span, that goes up to 1st of July. That should be the span between your application. Don't let it be too close that it interferes with the processing of the document, and it cannot also be December. Between April and December, that's a lot of months. After 90 days of application, the document it's considered expired. You go again through the process. So make sure that you lapse between a period of 3 months. That is to be safe. That is for Sheria House. If you need a clarification on anything, you can just comment there. We're gonna reply to it on our next video, or we just give a reply on the comments. Thank you for following through this series of Bride. I hope this helps you as you plan your wedding, and it just gives you that balance to make sure that you're doing the correct thing. It's never in vain to prepare. It's better to over prepare than to under prepare, and then you get to miss out on things that you could have taken care of. And that is what we have for today, episode 7, Hidden Things for the Bride. We have tackled Sheria House. I hope this video helps you. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. It will go a long way in helping another bride find these, maybe today, in the near future, and it also helps us to grow as a channel. For me, and from Jacinta, from Mudhoni, that is episode 7, Hidden Things for the Bride. Bye bye.